All right, we're here to talk about a little bit of weather right now. So
and
far,
our weather
so good.
is pretty boring. Boring in the summertime at the peak of hurricane season.
But that's what we like to hear.
It's good.
Yeah.
Yesterday was the official peak of hurricane season, so we're almost there. There is light at the end of the tunnel. We're not quite there yet. We're still watching Hurricane Lee. Again, this is not a threat for us. We've also started to see some of that intense thunderstorm development right around the center of the storm really start to fall apart. It does that. It kind of waxes and wanes, so we'll see if it starts to fire back up. Although the expectation is that it may strengthen a little bit more, but probably kind of peaking where it is right now. And the winds picking up maybe slightly over the day tomorrow, but then starting to weaken as it will start to encounter some strong wind shear. So the wind field, while it will be weakening as it approaches Bermuda, the wind field itself will be growing in size. So more likely to see those certainly tropical storm force winds maybe in excess of 60 miles an hour over the island. The good news is that it will be weakening by the time it continues toward Maine and the Canadian Maritimes, but still will have winds of 70 miles an hour, and those will no longer be right at the center. As the storm kind of widens out, we'll see the wind field of the strongest winds removed from the center. So we could see those around Cape Cod in Massachusetts, certainly the New England states, and further north into the Canadian Maritimes. Elsewhere in the tropics, what will likely become our next named storm, we already have Margot, that's not going to affect anyone, is this wave. This is Invest 98. We're getting computer model runs on it at the moment. The next name up will be Nigel. Now this one at the moment, and again, this is a kind of like what Lee was, a wave that has a long way to go and one that we may be talking about for a while. Looks like it'll stay well clear the islands, kind of doing all kinds of things in the central Atlantic, may threaten Bermuda as we head toward next Thursday. Right now, does not look like it would be a threat to the United States or the Gulf of Mexico, very much in the early stages. But at the moment, the Gulf remains quiet, and that puts us past September 15th. September 15th to October 15th, still very much a busy part of the season. Once we get past October 15th, we can usually breathe that sigh of relief. Few spotty showers that were in the Gulf waters. Some of that moved inland during the day today. That's all from a little upper disturbance, very weak, that is down to our south. Our focus, though, over the next couple of days will actually be on a disturbance that's moving in from the plains. This is going to push a cold front into the area for Wednesday. Again, we're not yet tapping into the cooler air. I'm waiting. Believe me, I've been looking at the long-range models, trying to find when we will get into the cool air. I like the pattern. We get more of the upper troughing, which is sending fronts our way. We just haven't yet gotten into the cooler air. So the pattern is certainly favoring us to start getting real cold fronts toward the end of September. We're just not getting into the cooler air yet. The front, as it moves in on Wednesday, will help to trigger a better chance for scattered showers and thunderstorms at around 30–40%. All we're going to get from that front is a little bit of a drop in humidity, not much. We're looking at probably a slightly more comfortable reading on Thursday. It's back up by Friday and Saturday. By Sunday and more so into Monday, it does look like we get a stronger front to move through. Again, no cool air, but drier air as we start out next week. Humidity has already been on the rise. Dew points have been more in the 60s during the day today. Now they're back into the 70s, and we will stay in the 70s for tomorrow and Wednesday before that next front moves through. 70s and low 80s outside at the moment. Today's high topped out at 93 degrees. We're under clear to partly cloudy skies with a current reading of 83. The heat continues, not the extreme temperatures of August, but still above normal. Our rain chances also back. Spotty rain coverage, maybe a little bit more so on Wednesday with our front. We'll have that stronger front, which may bring in better chances for this weekend, and then drier by Monday.